Hi, I'm Amishaa. I'm the head of e-commerce for East Asia. Yeah, it's a great question actually. For us, we try to use our D2C channels for more brand storytelling, to create that association with customers, to constantly inspire customers through our new campaigns, collections, to just build that relationship with the brand. And then when it comes to our marketplace channels, we use these channels more to reach out to more and more customers, to make them aware that we exist, and we welcome them to come and shop with us. Some of the examples that I can think of are the collaborations that we do. So we do a lot of designer collaborations every year. Then we also do some smaller collaborations, for example, with Disney, which are really, really good to our customers. And these are actually very short-lived, and we do some drops across the full year. And I think this is the kind of excitement layer, as an example, that we also want to bring to our customers and tell the whole story behind these collaborations and these special products. When it comes to a stronger D2C presence for us as a brand, I think, again, like I said, building that direct relationship with our customers is really important. So for us, understanding who that customer is, they might shop with us on our physical stores, they might shop with us on our online channels, they might shop with us on marketplaces as well. But just to have that whole ecosystem and all of that knowledge with us, so that we can cater them in the best way possible and we are relevant to them. For example, we are not sending them a notification saying, oh, you shopped with us last year in our stores, but they have been shopping with us online. So I think just creating that ecosystem across all of our channels and building that direct relationship is really, really valuable. I think it really plays a big role. I can't emphasize on that enough, because in your D2C channels, I said earlier also, you gather a lot of data from your customers. You get to know them in a much better way. And that's where personalization really comes in, because then, for example, you can recommend their right sizes, which they might be confused on depending from one collection to the other. For example, you can also recommend them the right collections when they drop in, so that they don't miss out on those limited time collections or limited time offers. We also do a lot of strategies based on where customers are in their life cycle with the brand. So I think that is a very differentiated experience that customers get with us in our D2C channels. And of course, marketplaces have their own purpose to fulfill. They are the ones that help us reach out to a lot of customers who probably haven't even heard of the brand or experienced the brand ever before. For personalization, so there could be loyalty benefits, for example, based on how long you have been associated with the brand, and also where in that life cycle stage you are. And depending on that, we might offer our customers a different kind of benefits that are more tailored to them. And that also, in terms of communication, those offers are reaching out to them at the right time and not at the time where it's irrelevant to them. So it could be loyalty, it could be size recommendations, it could be based on their browsing history, recommending them the right products. It could be also post-purchase, recommending them the right products based on what they have looked for in the past. For example, a woman's customer might not just buy for herself, but she could buy for her whole family, her partner, her kids, her home, when it comes to home products. So I think that is the kind of profile that is very important to understand and then recommend the right things to our customers. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are loads, so it's difficult to pick one. But I think one of the recent ones that I can talk about is a designer collaboration that we did with a Korean designer called Rock. I'm also wearing the earrings today. And this was a huge, huge success. So what we could do through our D2C channels was tell the story of the designer, tell the story of the products, post a lot of videos, interviews of the designer, and what was the motivation of the designer to collaborate with us, for example, and how did it really help him, and vice versa. So really create that depth of story behind the collection, really create that excitement in customers, and coupled with really amazing products, I think it landed really well in all of our Asian markets. So very happy with the response that we got. That's also a good question, and it's not very easy to do that, to actually execute that. But what we usually do is when it comes to our brand assets, which are the core of us as telling the story of the brand to our customers and telling the story of the campaigns and collections, those assets we share across all of the platforms, and mostly our effort is that they go live on all of the platforms at exactly the same time. So it doesn't matter where the customer is shopping from, they should receive the same sort of information and same input from every platform. And then of course, based on how the platform functions and what is the format of each platform, they adapt a little bit, especially on the marketplace side. But the essence of the storytelling, we keep intact. I mean, usually I can also share an example of how we executed Raya on Zalora versus our D2C channels. So for example, Zalora did an overall campaign of Raya on their platforms, and then H&M was integrated in their overall platform campaign very beautifully. So we had our brand storytelling intact, but there was also a layer on top of it, which was Zalora's Raya storytelling. So I think that finding that sweet spot where both of these come together really nicely and offer even better experience for the customers, that's key. And then of course in our own D2C channels, we had the same assets. So sort of similar brand storytelling, but packaged in a slightly different way. Yeah, again, good question. I think, again, it's not a very easy decision to take always, but what we need to really be aware of as a brand is what are our strengths. And for example, with H&M, our core strength is the product, it's the brand, it's the power of the brand, and it's fashion. And then how do we make sure that we use the right mediums and the right channels to reach out to the relevant customer base? Now in that journey, if we feel that at any point we are not strong enough, then I think we are very much open to also partner with the right collaborators, get them on board, and create a beautiful ecosystem so that ultimately our customers get the best experience. I think that's the purpose. And then we take different strategies depending on what area we are talking about, based on what we want to deliver to our customers. Yeah, I was here last year as well, and I think what is really rewarding about being here is one, talking to different brands like us and understanding that either they have similar challenges, which also makes you feel good because then it's an industry-wide challenges, discussing the right solutions with them, and also understanding if there are any different challenges which maybe either they have solved or we have solved, and then sharing that knowledge. Also coming and talking to a lot of partners that we could potentially collaborate with to make our solution even better. I think that's really, really exciting. And then, of course, speaking in a panel or in a forum, that is always something that I really enjoy.